What is up, guys? Nintendo here once again, and it is time for another Pickups episode. We're gonna get straight into this shit. We're getting straight in, no intro, none of that. We've got a few retro games. We've got, like, literally a few retro games, and I intersperse them. So that'll be cool. We got 2 PS4 games, we got some PS5 games, and very last we'll have all the Switch games because you know I love collecting for Switch. Original Switch. I don't know what's going to happen with this Switch 2 nonsense. Maybe I should make a video about that. I have opinions, man. Alright, first game we got, Retro 1. This is literally one of the first DS games I ever played. Friend of mine, I should say, literally ex-friend of mine. He is no longer a friend of mine. One of the few people in my life where we just couldn't resolve our issues. But anyways, at the time that I was hanging out with him, I was really out of gaming for a long time, and he actually influenced me a little bit. Him and this other guy that lived around the corner from me influenced me to collect video gaming again, although I had already had a lot of my games from my childhood and my teenage years. DS and Game Boy Advance was something that he introduced me to, and Lost Magic, I believe, was the first DS game I ever played. This is a super early release, and you use the stylus to draw spells, and it's a really cool little RPG, really underrated. I mean, I think it's really fun, and it utilized the DS stylus system very well, and yeah, I mean, has anybody else played Lost Magic? Does anybody else remember this at all? I ordered this off eBay, just because memory struck me, and I was just like, yeah, somebody should clip that and, like, repeat it. That'd be fucking awesome. Okay, so anyways, next game we've got, we're going to get into the 2 PS4 games. We've got Signalis. This is still sealed, obviously. I have not played it. This, if you don't know, is similar in style of gameplay to Resident Evil 1. And it looks really cool. It's survival, it's horror, but it also seems like it's a little sci-fi, maybe even a little cyberpunk, but it's really freaking neat, and it's something I've been wanting to play for a while. There's gun action in it, and it's this cool overhead view that's just very reminiscent of PS1, so if you like that kind of stuff, you might want to get Signalis. For those of you in the know, this game was pretty damn rare for a long time, and I think even it's still pretty uncommon, but this got a repressing recently. I believe VGP did this. But, yeah, Signalis. I ordered this on PS4 because I heard about the reprint, and then, like, literally a day or two later, they're like, oh, and there's a Switch version reprint, too, and I was like, damn it, because I would have got the Switch version, but that's okay. Then we've got Omori, another game I have not played. In fact, I don't even remember where I've heard of this game, but I've heard of it several times, and always in good light, and from one picture in the back, it just kind of reminds me of Earthbound, but it also might be visual novelish. I'm really not sure. But Omori, has anybody played this? Anybody know what this is all about? Looks pretty cool, actually, but that's just from the pictures on the back, and I remember a few people talked good about it. So that's it for PS4. Let's get straight into another retro game, and this one's great. I love finding these collections, especially on PS2. There's a whole PS2 saga coming soon. You're gonna be like, what's with all this PS2 stuff? There's a whole, like, thing going on with PS2 with me right now, and this was like the start of it. This is the first PS2 game I've bought in a while, I believe. I mean, as of this list of what I've gotten pickup-wise, I'm behind on pickups by like 5 episodes, so there's probably PS2 games in there too. But this is the first one I bought in quite a while. This is Taito Legends. Not 2, Taito Legends, just the first one. And it's got some pretty good games on it. You got Space Invaders, Jungle Hunt, and all these are arcade games, if I remember correctly. Yep, 29 original arcade hits. And, you know, you got Bubble Bobble, Operation Wolf, you've got New Zealand Story, I mean, Space Invaders 2, Rainbow Islands, Xevious, Rastan, I love Rastan, Jungle Hunt, just all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff, all kinds of jazz, but yeah, Taito Legends. Can't go wrong with a nice collection. There is a Taito Legends 2 that I have. I don't think this is a spoiler. I think I've shown this before, but I do have Taito Legends 2 as well. And yeah, these PS2 compilations are freaking awesome. Okay, so now we're getting back into modern. PS5, got a few games. This one, have not played. Labyrinth of Galeria, The Moon Society, and from the front, it looks like crap. But the back, I was like, holy shit, this is a dungeon crawler, and I got it pretty cheap. I feel like I got this for like 20 bucks. But it looks like a first-person dungeon crawler with like an anime art style. Of course, there's no manual, but there is like alternative cover in there, and yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. For 20 bucks, PS5 game, and it's an indie game. It's probably complete on disc. Why not? This is a big boy, and I have played this. I played several hours of it, but I'm going to have to restart it because I got distracted and started playing a bunch of different other games. But we've got Metaphor ReFantazio. This has been out for a while. We all know it rules. I played it, like I said, several hours and really enjoyed it. The atmosphere was unmatched. The atmosphere is just like so weird and almost cyberpunk, but almost steampunk, but Persona, and just really freaking cool, but also it's high fantasy. Just an amazing mix, and so far it was really good, but again, I got distracted. Whoa, weird. Joel got distracted. Huh. So anyways, yeah, Metaphor ReFantazio. That shows how behind I am. I got that, I believe, day one. That's how behind I am on pickup videos. Slowly trying to work my way through that. But now we've got Visions of Mana, which I have to admit is still sealed. However, I did play the demo, but I only played a little bit of it. It just seemed like, I don't know, it just seemed like you were dropped in a weird place and like not given enough direction, and I don't know, I didn't really enjoy the demo that much, but from what I hear, a lot of people had similar sentiments, so I'm not going to judge it by that. I just need to open this plastic up and give it a shot. What do you guys think of Vision of Mana? Did you guys enjoy that? I know Dan of War really enjoyed Visions of Mana, and I feel like another friend of mine really enjoyed it, but I don't know. On the opposite end of the spectrum, a game that I've spent so much time with, it's insane, and this is another copy of it. I have this on Switch, I believe. Yeah, this game I played on Switch, and of course there were some graphical issues and mostly frame rate issues, especially when you were running around, but Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Donna, I just felt I had to get this on PS5 because it was like the most optimized version, and I don't know, I'm dying to play this game again. This is one of those games that I think about literally all the time. This is one of my favorite games of all time now. I can reliably say that. I mean, when I first played it, I was like, this is really good. And then when I beat it, I was like, fuck, that game was amazing. And then the more memory just popped up, and then I started it once again and just played it a little bit. Man, I can't explain how much this game means to me as a modern game, because, you know, I really did used to be a retro gamer only. In fact, I think my channel, like, thumbnail picture says retro gamer, and or retro game collector or something like that. And that's so not true anymore. I mean, I do still collect retro stuff, but I collect a lot of modern stuff and play a lot of modern stuff now, and this is one of those games that really got me into the modern stuff. Super good. If you haven't played Ys 8, if you don't know, Ys is an amazing action RPG series that's been around for a super long time, and yeah, this is the best game in the series by far. Yeah, you guys, you need to play it. Need to play it. Alright, that's it for PS5, so let's insert something. Yeah, that's not weird to say at all, but let's put this right here. We got Rolling Thunder 2 on Genesis, last retro game of the little showcase here, but Rolling Thunder 2, really fun game, I think. I feel like I played this before, but it's been so long. I'm a huge fan of Rolling Thunder 1. The 7-Eleven that was down the street from my sister's house in the Bay Area had a Rolling Thunder arcade machine cabinet, and me and my brother-in-law, before he was my brother-in-law, would play that all the time. And Rolling Thunder is just like a great memory. Side-scrolling shooting action, and yeah, a little bit of platforming. But Rolling Thunder 2 looks really cool. I feel like I've played this. I feel like I liked it, but if I did, it was years ago. This does not have manual, but I got a really good price on it, and the cart's in great condition, so yeah, it's got a little rental number sticker there. Fun. I used to remove that stuff. I used to really be religious about removing like rental stickers and stuff like that. Now I don't know. Right now I'm leaving them on. Might change my mind, might leave them off. or take them off, but I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys ever collect retro games and like immediately take off the rental stickers and just throw them away willy-nilly? Or do you keep them on there because it's some part of history? I don't know. That's kind of an interesting subject. I'm all tongue-tied today. Okay, so anyways, this next game I have played before, and I'm just going to read the back to tell you what the hell this is all about, but from the minds of best-selling author R.A. Salvatore, Spawn creator Todd McFarlane, and Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion lead designer Ken Ralston comes Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. Remastered with stunning visuals, blah, 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 blah. So that's a lot of name-dropping right there. Todd McFarlane, Jesus, that's a huge name. R.A. Salvatore. Anyways, I have played this a little bit, but it was years ago, and I played it on PS4, and I remember taking way too much time creating my character, which is kind of one of the reasons I don't like that you can create characters, is because if you're in the mood, or if I'm in the mood, personally, let me know what you think, but if I'm in the mood, I'll just sit there and try to customize my character for like 2 hours, and then I'll play the game for like 30 minutes, and then it's not a memorable experience, and I feel like I did that with this. Not to that extent, though, but I did like create my character for a long time. I believe it was this game, and played it, and it was fun. It actually was pretty fun, but I just didn't play it enough. Spent too much time on character creation. Ghost Song is a game that I've heard a lot of good things about, but I don't know a whole lot about it. It's side-scrolling, exploration, you get all kinds of power-ups and stuff. Looks really cool. I love the art. And yeah, I got this for not a bad deal. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games that raises in price. It just looks super cool. Indie, exploration, side-scrolling game, yeah. It'll go up eventually. Atelier Ryza 3. Hell yeah. Meant to get this a long-ass time ago. I've played Atelier Ryza 1. Not a ton of it, but a little bit of it. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. I didn't give it enough of a shot, I think. I think that's really what it comes down to, which is my brain, and thanks a lot, brain. But Atelier Ryza 3, it looks cool. Use alchemy. You're a chick. You have turn-based RPG combat, and there's, 3D exploration, and it looks like a cozier version of what most RPGs people play are. What, if that made any sense? But Atelier, if you haven't played any of those games, that's what it is. It's like a cozy, turn-based RPG with crafting elements. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what my mind is trying to convey, but somewhere in between this, it's like, no, let's rearrange some words, you dummy. Okay, so anyways, next game. You know what's so funny? I waited for this game to come out for I swear 2 years. I knew about this game for so damn long. And I remember seeing the graphics and just being like, oh, that looks like the most amazing Castlevania wannabe, but a Metroidvania where there's lots of exploration, and that's The Last Faith. And I swear this came out, I got it the day one, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play this, and this has been out for probably a couple months, if not a few months now, and I have not even opened it. But there's The Last Faith. I've got it for when I have time to play it. Let's be real, I have time to play it, I just... distracted. Very distracted. Alright, second to last game, we've got what I am currently playing right now. We've got Dragon Quest III Remake, and yeehaw, this game is amazing. It's so good. Dragon Quest III is a great Dragon Quest game, and the graphics on this, the fidelity, just the, oh wow, look at that, that's really fancy. So, just the overall aesthetic, atmosphere, graphics and music, just everything about it is like Dragon Quest III on absolute crack. Dragon Quest III, fun, you should play it. And lastly, we've got a little game, and I do mean kind of a little game. This is an RPG, and it's like 10 hours long, if I remember correctly, maybe like 15, I don't know, but anyways, I've had this and bought this a couple times digitally, I think once on Steam, which I only own like 5 Steam games. And I bought this on Switch digitally. I ran into this copy at GameSwap, and Cosmic Star Heroine. Really cool. This is one of the Zeboid games, one of the RPGs. I have 3 of them, and I plan on doing a video on the 3 that I own. let me know what you think about that, but I have, maybe I don't want to tell you what the other two are, because there's other Zeboid games, but I do have two other ones, and I kind of want to do a video on the 3 Zeboid games that I own. But this one is like, if you put Chrono Trigger in a blender with like Shadowrun, because it's cyberpunk, but the combat's pretty similar, kind of, sort of, but not really. No, it's not. Running around is similar. Graphically, it's kind of similar. I don't know. Is it similar? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Have any of you guys played Cosmic Star Heroine? I haven't gotten through this yet, even though I've started it many times. It's a very distracted mind. But this is a short one, and I need to get through it. Oddly enough, one of the other games I'm playing right now is one of the other Zeboid games, and I'm quite a few hours into it, so... The thing about the 3 Zeboid games that I have, they're all RPGs, and they all have very similar combat. And I mean very similar combat. When I played each one of them, I instantly knew that they were made by the same company. And when I got the third one, I put the dots together, and I was like, oh my god, these are all 3 from the same company, Zeboid Games. And I know there's other ones, but yeah, this one, really cool. Not an easy game to find. This little 10 to 15 hour RPG is like... I think I paid $50 for this, and I think it's worth like $60, maybe even upwards of that. But yeah, I really wanted this. It was originally a limited run game. But let me know what you think of this. Have you played any of the Zeboid games, and which ones? I'm very curious about that. Because like I said, I have 3 of them, but it looks like they've released several. So anyways, that's it. Nintendo out. You guys rule. It'd be awesome if you subscribed. Hey, did any of you make it to the end of this video? If you did, give a yeehaw. That would be freaking amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Give a thumbs up if you liked it. If you disliked it, go ahead and thumbs down it. How did you make it this far? Thanks for watching. You guys rule. Much love, and keep rocking the retro games. Yeehaw! Woo!